Hi there, Ron here of Variable Play, and welcome back to Open Game.
Welcome
Happy New
back,
Year!
folks! Hey,
Happy
Happy New
New
Year!
Year!
From the
Happy
Christmas and
New
New Year
Year!
hiatus, we're back.
Happy
We're playing,
holidays.
We're
and we're
back.
tired.
Are we back to regular programming?
That's a good
We should be,
question.
right? We
Yeah,
should
could
be.
be, could be.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey. Hi,
my
I'm
energy's
Denmark.
still up there. I am Kyo.
Cool.
My name's
Still
nothing.
remember our
Why is
names?
it not displaying?
Yeah,
There you
hey,
go.
you can read.
Still remember our
Hey there,
names. Hello,
folks.
everybody. It's nice to be back.
Hey,
Been a long while.
Everybody.
How was your? Did you guys do Christmas, New Year? Christmas and New Year last year was really weird, right? It's like Sunday to Sunday, so it's like smack
yeah,
in the middle of it.
yeah.
It's
It's
Right, yeah,
let's
so,
give it
in
that.
that. Mm.
but
Did
it
you,
is normally a week, right? It's always a week from
yeah,
whatever
but
day Christmas is.
it's always gonna be the week. Yeah. So did you guys do gaming? Christmas gaming? I
Mm,
forgot how to do my
Christmas
Uh,
work. So it's been a while. Like, how do you do this again?
For gaming, I have been playing simple card games. Been playing Red 7. Been playing a little
I
oh,
love that game.
EDH online. Been
nice.
playing Team 3 with the family. Thank you, Denmark.
Yeah, yeah.
What else have I been playing? Those small card games. I've been also been trying out with new people. The what's that lying game? Dead Man's Chest.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one with the
Yeah,
small skulls? No, oh no, wait. I'm thinking of
that's one with
It,
the
the,
Dead
the
he
Man
has
small
Rising.
a
box
tiny chest, and you
chest.
shake,
Yeah.
and there's a die inside. Just
Hello
there.
to those 5 people watching.
Yun.
Hey, three. Oh
Hi.
crap! Shouldn't have said anything.
So that's more or less my gaming. I mean, I've been out of the city for about the whole of
Yeah, I
after
heard
Christmas.
about your challenges from our
Escapade.
very, yeah,
Competent.
very reliable airline system.
Oh gosh, folks, imagine mid-flight we were canceled. I'm like, what?
How can you
We're
get canceled
flying already.
mid-flight?
Oh yeah, it happens. And then we landed the nearest airport. For some reason, we didn't even decide to go back where we came from. I don't know why. And we were stranded there. And
Hey,
then,
Desky.
hey Desky, how are
Happy
you?
New Year.
Happy
Happy New
New
Year.
Year.
Yeah. So you got back. I mean, they left you stranded, and you had to get back on your own.
Yeah, we drove
That
back to the
sucks.
the origin of our
Whoa.
the region, and then from there we booked there mismo directly to
That
Manila again
sucks.
because the flight from Davao, I'll say it, uh, was on January 5 because everybody's booked already from between 1 to 4.
Right.
Imagine
Wow.
that. So
Hi, Levy.
yeah, hey Levy, what's
Happy
up,
New
man?
Year. Hi, Mike. Happy New Year.
Hello.
Hi, Sir Mike.
Oh, see? People are
Oh,
surprised. We should do this more often. Like, not
OGM.
say anything else.
hey.
Hey, Sim. Mokyo sabi ko sa mga
Oh
kaibigan ko,
boy.
mokyo.
Surprise.
But that
Uh,
was hell. I had a
that
friend
was heck,
who
grabe.
had to get home to Palawan because she's gonna get married. And she was like screaming at
Oh,
the airport, I have to go home. I have to get
I
married.
have to get married.
and then,
It's a sign.
and
It's a
then she
sign.
was hysterical because like she pulled an all-nighter from her shifts. And so she was like all adrenaline high, got into the airport, then got canceled. And she was like panicking and everything else. And then people beside her was like, Miss, pag may nag-open, bigay nyo na lang sa kanya. Mas importante yung flight niya kaysa sa flight ko.
Oh
But can you
man, yeah.
imagine? She's just one of all of
Yeah,
those people who really had important things to do that got screwed up. And
Jobs were on the line. Weddings
the
apparently,
best
and
thing.
kami. Yeah.
yeah, that was
Hirit ni
weird.
Desky.
They were woke.
Woke daw yung naiya kaya marami na
Whoa!
cancel.
That I'm sorry. I
Cancel.
think I'm old, but that woke thing sometimes it really gets out of hand. It's like not really
I
logical
swear.
or practical in any sense or logical for that. No, I mean, it doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form.
Ah,
That
and
woke thing.
gaming was our escape.
Yeah. But
Gaming was our
hopefully wokeness doesn't actually get or creep into our gaming stuff.
Hey,
Everywhere.
Hey Araceli.
What are you
Sally.
talking about?
Hello. Mga
Okay,
mestizo.
not too much
Everywhere.
to a point that it gets cancelled.
Go
Cancel
cancel!
everything. Cancel all
Hey,
games.
actually, they did start, right? Remember, Five Tribes, Puerto Rico. Why are the
Right. That's
resources
true. That's true.
slaves? Right? Change them. It's like I'm like, dude, that was during the time. What do you want us to do? It was a game about that time. So why would you change slaves?
Ah, well,
This is
Gaming
so
is life.
true. Gaming's life, work is an escape. How true.
Work is
But
the boss.
sometimes work
That's
is
other way
more
around.
hours
Huh?
than life.
That's true.
How about you, Ron?
But
What
you
did you
need
play?
work so that you can pay for
Second game.
your game.
Conundrums.
Oh, I've been thinking a lot about the game that
Paradoxes.
Ron introduced us to. That
Which one?
bunny,
Ah,
Ayla.
Ayla.
Ellie,
Ayla and
Ayla.
something shiny.
Ella, that bunny. Do not be fooled, folks. That is a
Ayla
good,
anything.
hard game. You think it's for kids? Maybe. But
It's
when we
solo.
played
It was
it,
originally solo, right? It's originally solo.
It is really solo, but we played it as a group, as like a sort of
yeah,
co-op. Um, Hive Mind. Uh, as per
it was
SBP,
hilarious.
Terms.
so yeah, we did Hive Mind mode. It was from our game day, uh, sort of Christmas party for variable play.
Yeah,
And yeah,
we had fun.
I played the few, like maybe the introduction chapter, and I said, okay, I don't want to play this game alone. This is too good for me to not share with people.
Oh, so
So
when you
I
brought it to the Christmas party, that was just the first time you were playing it too?
uh the
Chapter
second
2.
Besides the intro.
chapter forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
it
Anything
was
else?
it was good.
And
Hey, you
because
played
What Bilker? Billy Kerr.
what?
the
Is it the troubled life of Billy Kerr?
something
Is it
mind. Yeah. Exactly. That one.
the one with where he's in the hospital and dying?
Oh, that's dark.
Oh. No, that was it. The picture, if I'm not mistaken, is that he has a dextrose on a gurney. Is it a gurney? Am I saying it wrong?
Mhm.
And then he's in the hospital, and then you're hanging on to the life of Bill. There you go. And they're trying to piece together how his life was and who he was. It was quite nice
that's
when
an
I was
interesting premise.
looking at playthroughs, but it was too dark for my family, so I didn't buy it. So I had to just watch and live vicariously through other people.
Yeah.
Watch
Hey, then
But
we played Rage. What do you call that?
Blood Rage. Oh, how
Blood
was it
Rage.
for you, Kyo?
Oh boy.
If I played
Yeah.
Blood Rage, how was it for you?
Blood pressure spiked because what the heck is going on? But it was good. It was good. It's more casual than most heavy games that I've been playing.
Yeah,
So,
Blood Rage is
yeah,
one step
pretty
above
fast. Yeah.
Gateway. So if you're like, what dudes on the map, after your Gateway stuff, you Blood Rage. Simple enough to learn.
Hey,
annoying
Leuven.
to-
Good evening. Hello.
Annoying to wrap your head around. Hey, Lubin.
Blood Rage. OMG.
I played with my family while we were waiting for 12 midnight. We played Holy, Rugine's one of Rugine's top games.
Oh yeah. The layered one.
Yeah, the layered chocolate tray cake one. And then we played Marvel Splendor, and then we played Cacao and Cascadia.
Mm.
And for some
Nice,
weird
nice.
reason, I won all four. And
Oh
I'm like,
no,
something's
not a
wrong.
Oh
good thing.
no. Oh, you do not beat the wife. You just don't.
No, in
Say it with
fairness,
me,
That
folks.
I could play that way because they were like, I could play all out because no one was a beginner in our groups, and I don't know if they like me going all out or just me being lucky. We'll see. But it was fun. It was fun. I find myself, and I think it will be related to our topic later. And I find myself liking those games that are not uh, an hour and a half long, 2 hours long, complicated rules, kind of abstract but difficult to master. I find myself playing those games for the fun of it and for people to understand and grasp the concepts easier, and they can enjoy the game even more. So I don't know. I think I'm getting old. Don't like really, really
No,
complicated.
you're not getting old. You're just getting there.
I just want to play my game and have fun. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Exact same thing how I
back in
felt when I
my
played
day.
EDH. Oh, after months on end. Oh man. So fun to play those
Ooh,
games.
Deski's answering quickly, but we're gonna get to that later. But
Yeah, me. Before we get to Desky's answer, uh, actually for board gaming, the last that I got to play the was our game day. In the whole
really,
break, I never had the chance to play board games. I brought a lot of them, and I was ready.
oh yeah.
Um, thank you to the Sir Michael taught watch list
Oh yeah,
in
dude,
Sweden.
they drove to Camarines Norte, Sur. I forgot where that
Mm.
is. For a day, taught board games, went back the same day. Like, wow,
Oh
hardcore.
wow! Wow, that's crazy.
But they did a game day, semi game day. So
Nice, nice.
That's nice.
So what
All
I did
right.
was
Mm.
I I played I did have time, so I played video games. So I
Oh,
finally picked
okay.
up again Divinity, Original Sin. Started playing with that, uh, and was able to get a bit far. And then the most recent one that's burning my time is this game called Isle of Arrows.
Isle of
There, Isle of Arrows, and it's a
Arrows. Okay.
tower defense deck building game.
Mm. Mm.
tower
So
defense deck
you're yeah,
building.
so you're basically managing this island, and it'll give you cards. These cards are basically uh, tiles that you can place on the grid of your island. It will be arrow towers, snipers, cannons, dart tower, etc., etc. It's challenging, quite challenging because the usual um, tower defense where the horde of enemies when they come they would have different varying skills. Some would be
Varying
carrying extra shields
and a whole bunch of life,
and
huh?
helmets. Yeah, yeah, but if you make because you sort of build the path where they get to you, the sort of that end of the road where they will damage you. um so if you're able to maximize your towers just like any tower defense, so the deck building aspect is not that big, but it is there. it's a little bit more on resource management in the sense that you have gold, you have to earn enough money so that you can skip cards that are coming in, and then you have um, bridges and bombs because you have to like use a bomb if you want to replace um, an existing tile, and sometimes some tiles would bring along like a, a pond beside it, so you have to like rotate it such that the pond doesn't obstruct the road. So pretty interesting, and it's
Ooh.
very very hard. So
Hey,
that one.
speaking of that kind of game, or at least that, I've been trying a game which is overwhelmingly positive on Steam,
Huh?
and
Okay.
I think your computers can handle it. It's called Against the Storm. Try it out. It's a
Rogue.
roguelike, which I know
Hmm.
everyone of us
Figured.
love, but it's a town building game. Town
Mm.
building roguelike.
Nice, nice,
Charterstone?
nice.
Hey, now
Could
that you
be.
mentioned it,
Charterstone roguelite?
Against the storm. That's
Oh,
a
wait,
pretty
we
good
should check that.
premise too, actually.
All right.
Woo!
So, those are the games
Cool.
that we've been playing. We've played. Hopefully, get to play more. But tonight, we're still gonna be talking about games, and I like our topic. It's. I try to. I think in our group, I'm one of the guys who actually tries to really find treasure or kind of obscure games and then just force feed them into you guys into playing it. So I can kind of relate to this one. It's like, what makes a board game a rare find or a treasure or a pleasant surprise? Sometimes it could be a pleasant mistake, but it's like, this looks like it's bad. No, wait, it's really good. What happened? So, we'd like to get your opinions, and Desky and Levy had their input already, have
Mhm.
their input
Hmm.
already, and for the others, hey, we're gonna read it later. But if you have your opinion or your comments on what makes a board game a treasure, a find, a surprise, place it down here, and we're gonna read it later. Hello, Mark Ace from
Mark,
Happy New
Hey,
hey,
Year.
Mark.
good evening.
Besties.
Hello. All
Phoenix
right.
Point.
I,
Phoenix
I
Point
think.
is
Oh, yeah,
the
Phoenix Point.
XCOM like game, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, Phoenix Point. It's such a good game. Such a good game. Imagine XCOM
It's
with
the
first person
a
shooting too as well. If you want
yeah,
to
Mhm.
and AI,
precisely at
right?
that. And good AI. Oh yeah, improving AI.
It learns from your strategy and tries to um it won't repeat the pattern. Basically, it's not pattern
Exactly.
driven.
Yeah.
It's learning.
All right.
And yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay.
Okay,
Hey,
so let's look at Desky's comment since he posted earlier, and later it's gonna go up, and then we're gonna look for it. It's gonna be hard to scroll up and up and up.
Exactly. Yeah.
So okay, so what makes a board game a rare find or a treasure for Desky? It has to fit four requirements, main requirements. First is replayability, of course. You're gonna be playing it a lot. Crunchiness, or meaning decision space, right? If I'm not
Mm,
mistaken, on gives you a difficult time, and every decision you make is
yeah.
wrong, but
If it
every decision you
makes
make is right.
your brain, think,
I
if it
I like I like this
releases,
one. Different mechanics, something
mm,
unique, right? Worker. When someone says worker placement, okay, put this there, do that. Deck building, okay. But if there's a different twist or a totally different mechanic, yeah, that would work. And four will be table presence. Might be art, might be how it attracts people to stay or to just take a look. But yeah, those are good. Those are good comments. Do you guys agree with this one?
mm.
Replay. I'll
Yeah,
oh,
agree
I
with
yeah,
agree. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
all of it.
I think those are very good criteria that make you I sort of want this game to stay with you for a long,
Hey,
long time.
Clint.
Hey, Clint.
Hey, SBPH.
I have a question regarding this. Are we talking about games that we like, or things a little bit above
So
like? Like, whoa, this is up
It's
my
just board
alley, but
games.
this is really wow.
Yeah. So
Fine.
so in a classic sense, when we're talking about collectibles or things that we treasure, um, oh, before we talk about sort of that intrinsic component where replayability, the experience itself. So I think you have your basic filter. You know, the age of the game, for example,
Uh-huh.
how far long ago was it published? Is it currently available?
Reprints,
That
right?
you
Right.
know
Mhm.
that definitely creates an impact on the rarity of the game. Of course, you know how much pristine, how well the game was kept, uh, the overall condition of the game, or if it was spruced up, if it was added with bling and so forth. And then, well, there's also in the other side of the spectrum, you have if it's really the new hotness and there's so much demand for the game that it's suddenly quite difficult for you to find one, which affects the availability of the game itself. In the Philippines, we always have that struggle where we see a game, really cool. We don't know when it's gonna show up, and when it does show up, then
It's not hype anymore. It doesn't
it
matter anymore.
yeah, that's
Hey,
true. That's true.
those are good points, and maybe we can add Levy's answer. Of course, coming I think from a solo gamer's perspective, you can play it solo. Uh, Great components, right? Attractive, great components. I have to agree with this one. If you can find a good game with great nostalgia feels for
Yeah.
you, that would be
Yep.
a real plus, right? And can be played under 2 hours. Amen. Here, here.
Ah, I salute you.
And Mark also gave a good point, like madalas di pinag-uusapan or no hype pero ang ganda ng game. Best example is Yama. Hey, ha, Yamatai. That game is so good. Shame no expansion. Yeah, I dare say I prefer it more than Five Tribes. So
Agree.
Yamatai.
I like the overall aesthetic of Yamatai a bit more. It's just the cadence, the growth of the game as
it,
compared
it, it,
to
it ramps quickly. At the first three turns, it's slow when you're laying down those boats and trying to figure out what the puzzle is. But as soon as the boats are laid out, oh my gosh, it ramps so fast. Like, boom, 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 that's mine. I get this, I get
Okay,
that, you
okay,
get it.
mine, mine,
Like,
mine.
okay, stop. Now I have to think. But that's really, really good. And I think I have to agree with what Ron has said, right? It becomes a treasure too if it's rare, if you can't find it, i.e., print run. Also, my example would be Glory to Rome, Death Angel for a while in the Philippines.
right.
Every time you just see a Death Angel, it's gone. Doesn't matter what it is,
It out
it's
of
gone.
print.
So that makes it a
Disappears.
treasure, right? Uh, the the StarCraft and Warcraft board game, no
Right.
matter how dated it
I'm
is,
those those I just did this. I'm like I
grails.
don't think I'll be able to own those games.
I'll just
I
Google
give up.
them and explore the pictures.
So we have these definitions of a treasure or a rare find, but but we're gonna be let's focus like what Key was saying earlier, but let's put it into context. Let's talk about games that we own or we discovered as our treasure or rare find, right? So that will be contained on that topic. So in that
I was
case,
funny picking this.
how do you guys define a game to be a treasure for you? Yes, we have replayability, but for you guys, like Ron, Kyo, what's your
Yeah. So
category?
me, um, the normally in my collection, that's why I said in the description, sort of your true collection, the one that this is probably not. You won't be playing it. for maybe
But it
forever,
stays.
but it will stay, right? You might never ever get a chance to play it again, but it will stay in your collection. So those definitely would be your favorites. So the ones that you, for me, that I was able to get a really good experience from. But the sort of the thing that brings me towards that, oh, this is something I'm gonna like, is that if the overall design mechanic impresses me, like,
Oh yeah, from a designer's point of
oh
view.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I
wow,
agree.
that is such a cool idea, or that is such a cool concept, and it's sort of the top of that line, or that genre of games, that I would definitely keep that, because I want that, like a copy or an instance of that mechanic in my collection. It's like, oh, is this the best area control slash deck building game? I haven't seen another one that's done well. Not the Dune Imperium is more of like area majority. This one is really area control, and then you go, I want that. So
Hmm.
I think this
I want it.
topic, yeah, this topic kind of was started from that scenario. One of our friends posted online, "Hey, I'm freeing up some games in my collection. Here's the list." And like just going on one, okay, 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 and then saw the game, like immediately message, "Hey, I'm
Bye.
interested."
Yeah, but 5 minutes ahead of me.
I bet I saw it
Oh
first. And
man.
I'm like, someone's gonna get this. Just wish it's someone from our group.
I mean, from a
So
designer's perspective, I would assume you would be finding board games a treasure if they could be part of your repertoire of inspirational material for your designs.
yeah,
Right.
definitely,
That would help him.
definitely,
Right.
like folded wishes, a big influence of that is Kodinka, and it's something that's gonna stay in the collection, even if it doesn't get played a lot. It will stay there for quite, I think, for the long run, because it's a game that I really have fun with, and it of course I'm grateful for that game for helping me design my other game. Um, but yeah, definitely the mechanic is something that sort of tips it over. The memorable experiences also. If it's the first time um, a family member got to experience this game, and they were just blown away that, hey, this is a really good game, and then it will probably stay in my collection as well.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Or if the game, oh, probably because it already impressed me in the game design, but it also added to that whenever I show that game and let people experience that game for the first time, also I'm like mind
They're like,
blown and like,
wow,
what?
wow.
This plays so long, but it's so good.
It's so wrong, but it's really right.
I know it's wrong, but I wish
But
it feels so
great,
right.
great points, right? So you're going for different mechanics. I know it will affect you. You're gonna deconstruct the how does this work? How can I use this? Oh, that is good, and you find that as a treasure, especially if you find mechanics that are, hey, it hasn't been used that way before.
Hmm.
That is really good, right? So
It's like finding a piece of history in game design, like
right,
owning
the
the
progression.
first, yeah, the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
edition
yeah.
of Dominion, or owning, let's say, paperback, where first time that they did sort of deck building um,
Scrabble deck building.
with Scrabble. So things like that, where
That's
you're
good.
going, this is such a pivotal moment that a string of games are going to come out, or not. Sometimes, oh, that's a one-hit wonder. Like nothing else happened after that. Okay, that's totally fine too.
But
Um,
Tim Flowers is good with that one. Tim Flowers, Tom. What's his name? Guy who made uh
uh, Tim
Tim
Powers.
Tim whatever his name is. Fowlers. Flowers.
Fowler?
Say
Fowler.
it again.
Fowler.
Say it again.
Is it?
Tim
Wait, hold it.
Fowlers. Yeah, whatever. But he's good with those games. Now boarding, Burgle Bros, those unique ones that you really don't see typically, right? So I'm like, hey, that's he's
Yeah.
cool. Fowler. See, it's you guys know who I'm talking about. That guy.
Yeah,
Ambaga.
it's Fowler.
Ambaga.
Tim Fowler.
Okay.
Woo! All right.
How about you, Kyo? What makes a
Me,
game
okay. I have the
rare?
weirdest take on this topic. Actually,
All
it's
right.
pretty simple. Okay, I've seen people here, in the comments, even what Ron said, that all of this combined to for games that you like. Now, from the perspective of a guy who is married and has kids.
That's us. That's the three of us.
Okay, like, okay. It, a rare find is if you find a game that your wife likes.
Hey, here, here. Here, here.
Ah,
That should be
here,
one of our
here.
categories.
All right. If your partner in life enjoys the game that you like, even
It's
though
a keeper.
even though you
Yeah.
were skeptical of buying it in the first place, but she said, "Oh, that's cute," and then she says, "I like it." Boom! That's a treasure. You do not let that go. You
Lock
do
that
not.
up.
You do not sell that. If you sell that, your reason for sell your RFS should be, "I'm leaving my wife." So you do not sell that kind of game, and and the same idea goes for if your kids enjoy it too yourself.
Right.
If they enjoy a
Right,
particular
right.
game, which my daughter actually discovered, what's that game? Uh, the train game, the
Uh,
Ticket to Ride. Yeah,
Ticket to
she
Ride, right.
discovered that because it's less words, all colors, all cards.
Trains.
She won the very first game she played, drastically high points, and I'm like, whoa. I'm keeping this. I'm not selling it. That's a treasure. That is rare when
Right.
kids who are first discovering their games and they actually like one of your games that you've been keeping for a long time. A treasure or rare game doesn't have to be a new buy.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
yeah,
it
yeah,
could
yeah.
be in
Yeah.
your collection right now. You
An
just don't
heirloom.
know it yet.
That's the new year.
We'll get back to that later. Anyways, but seriously, anyone could have a treasure in among them, in your collection right now. You just don't know it yet.
Right.
How do you know it? Triggers. Your friends who don't know board gaming, when you meet them again, they're like, "Hey, I never seen this game before. It's good. My dad, he loves Red 7. That's a
Mhm.
keeper.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
that." Diba? You're,
Yeah.
For all its
uh,
complications, your dad loves Red 7.
yeah, for now, and then from there we'll inch forward to other games, right? He also likes what's that game?
Panam.
Panam. He loves
Mhm.
Panam too because he himself is a pilot and he loves the fact that we're talking about airlines. And then the comedy about being a budget airline and trying to survive. Oh, you're a budget airline? Oh, diyan ka lang. Oh, sige.
Ones and twos. Ones and twos, baby.
Papasagasa ka lang
Come
express.
on. Come on now. Ones and twos.
Oh, he uses those
That game
special
is
cars. Those black-
practically, it's airline squatting, right? You
Yeah,
basically.
it's quite. Oh man, those are the games that you treasure. They are rare because the people who actually like it rarely play games, and if they
Right.
do,
Yeah, I
it's,
think
that game
that's
is
correct.
rare.
that
It's a
pushes it
treasure.
also.
I think that becomes a
Agree.
treasure.
Diba?
Right.
Again, oh,
Hi,
hi,
Ollie.
Oli. Yeah.
Hello.
See, yeah. You, Ollie, you like the choo-choo train game, right? Say yes here. Say yes. Come here. Show this. Show this. You
Now
like the
she's- she's
you like the
shy.
train game, right? Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Good
See?
job.
See, folks, I'm not selling that. I'm selling that.
Right. And that becomes a treasure when family members.
Are you
people
upgrading it to
10th
with the
anniversary. Now
the fifteenth
that's a
anniversary.
rare find. That would be
maybe
There's a
maybe when she's a teenager already, right?
oh yeah. Oh,
So
we're building her up already to start playing what do you call it?
talisman,
Smash up, smash up,
smash
talisman.
smash
up.
up. Kasi there's unicorns and princesses there and kitty cats. Like really? Okay. Hey, we have a question here. My wife loves makeup. Eh, paano yan, Kiyo? Find a game about makeup.
Try Ladies and Gentlemen, Shakespeare, and
there
Rococo.
there
That would
there
work.
is when we went um to Singapore for the Asian Board Game Festival, there was a game. It wasn't about makeup. It was a game about perfume.
Perfume.
And well, I think it has to be like a family game because for me it didn't feel like it's something that should be played during this sort of pandemic still half baked um era because it's bottles of perfume and you open it and you have
Oh,
to smell it and I
Achoo!
kid you I kid you not. They're like trying to figure out the arrangement of these perfumes and identify them, and they're sort of building this collection. And Sir Freddy and I were looking at it and going like, I want to try it, but I don't want to try that copy. I want to give it.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's like,
Find
mm,
find a
but
straw.
that one's unique, right? Smelling.
right.
One of the senses that are rarely used
Yep.
in
Yep.
a
Yep.
board game. And some of the comments, if it's a treasure if it's out of print and you like it so much and it has sentimental value. Same goes for
True.
out of print, Hand of Fate. But also there's art that makes it a treasure or a rare find. I like this one where there is a mechanic where I cut, you choose, and I haven't played that. What is that game?
Uh, what do you
game
mean?
has an I cut, you choose mechanic?
It's
Is that called dinner?
the no 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 the pie game.
Oh, okay.
New York Slice?
I think so. So the idea is you're always making sets, and then you choose which set
Oh,
you sort
okay.
of play.
But I haven't tried that too. And Mike was saying, for me, rare finds must be rare.
Rare.
I can't think of an exact
Rare.
criteria, but a couple of examples are commissioned. Yeah, only few people I know has commissioned.
That's true.
Black Orchestra. Hey, I have Black Orchestra. so, so that's good too. Pret a Porter, yeah, there you go. My wife loves fashion. I tried Pret a Porter. She loves cooking Japanese food. I tried.
Okay.
Wala, nothing.
Regarding this comment from Desky, I'm not saying that whatever she likes, you find a game with that kind of theme. No, like for example, me, my wife loves Smash Up. She has no idea what, and that's a whole mix of themes right there. The fact that she likes holding cards and playing them easily that way, sure,
Mhm.
why not? She likes DC deck building. Why? Because it's it's all there in one box. She has her own deck. She makes use of it, and then she likes the mechanic. Does she likes comics? Not
No.
really. She likes 13, but that doesn't mean that she likes DC, right?
Mhm.
But she likes the
Right.
game itself because it's easy to pick up, easy to learn, easy to use, and it's somewhat up her alley for some reason. So
Right.
there you
Right.
go. Again, it doesn't have to be something that she likes that's not gaming. As long as you find something that clicks in her head and says,
Mhm.
"Hey, this is fun."
Mhm.
You
Or not
remember
even
that?
fun. I can make sense of what I'm supposed to do. Most
Yeah,
of the
or
time it's that way.
I can beat Kyo in that. Oh, then she could keep that. You know,
Then a lot of games should have stayed in my collection if that was the case.
or maybe that's why you sold it.
Uh, Clint was saying Court of the Dead, yeah, but it's just a sub part. It's like a very minimum part of the mechanic. But Desky was saying Castles of Mad King Ludwig. Oh, no wonder. Haven't played that one. Because it's a table hog space thingy. So I did
The
not.
castles felt more like suburbia, isn't it?
I love that game.
Burbia.
I regret selling my copy. but I don't want to buy a new copy unless it's the like 10th anniversary
Right.
one.
Because
But
the
I
wife
don't have
beats you in it.
8K to spare. But that game, for some reason, every time I play Suburbia, it's like so relaxing. Airport here, trigger that one, get
Not for me. For me, it just triggers my grade school. I'm failing math. Um, I
Failing math.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot to submit my assignment, and I know I forgot some computation here, and my addition probably is wrong. That game triggers um yeah,
Anxiety.
but
It triggers
but I love
anxiety
I
anxiety.
for
love
me.
I love Suburbia and
And that's only one of my takes on what's a treasure. You ask me again
uh-huh.
later, I have another answer.
No, it's your turn. Go on.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Another tier on what I consider as a treasure is that if you've been collecting a game for years,
Your
if
Yeah.
talisman?
you if yes, that's a good example. Even Time Stories, it took me about Time Stories 3 years. Talisman 5 years.
Yeah.
Uh, don't waste that time you spent finding all of this and just sell it away like, oh, I gotta sell it. No, you spent time and money and a whole bunch of connections just to get your copy complete.
A whole bunch of connections. That was the underground mafia.
boss, 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 board game boss.
Boss board game. you how many? Don't you know how many shopping carts there was back in the day in 2015? There was a bunch, and no, there was at least a handful, and none of them you could trust. But you wanted that game, so
You risk it.
you risk it. You did you pay the price? Maybe yes, maybe no. It's a gamble. You don't know. You never tried importing games from the US or whatever. And then, but only they had it. Only Amazon had it. Wow. Okay, let's try this shipping card or whatever. Or someone says, "Ah, I'm selling. I'm getting a batch. What do you call that? A batch ready for no. Who was to join me?" And like, who is this guy? Looks creepy. But I want that game. Should I trust him? Let's
I'll risk it.
gamble. Let's risk it.
I'll risk it with the board game cartel.
And that, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, are the games that you do not let go and treasure because you've spent your blood, your time, your essence, your
Your
sometimes your
nerves.
dignity
Correct.
Oh my god.
for that one particular rare or out of print expansion. So
For
those
the
are
record, I haven't done anything for dignity yet, especially board games. I do not know what you're
mahirap
talking
kumuha ng
about.
board game noong 2013.
Shame, shame, shame.
Mhm. Hey, people who are watching, admit it. You've done the same. Maybe not as extreme as I did, but at one point you like, okay, I'm gonna gamble away. I've got 3,000. I'm gonna use it. Let's see if I get this thing, and then you get it. You're happy. You're ecstatic. Let's play this. I don't like that. Oh, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I spent so much time with this. What?
Go to hell and the board game cartel for this. All right, cool. I think I'm among the three of us. I'm the one who has more different types of games that
Oh
are
yeah.
not typical that you see. What happened to Ron? Oh, anyway, so it happened because there were a lot of times when during the peak of board gaming, our group or when variable play pods were starting, we'll meet up every week, right? And it's so funny, like when Azul came out, all of us at Azul, I'm like, whose copy are we gonna play? All six of us are gonna-
Azul. Oh, you rode the hype. You rode the hype train.
we all had what's that tiny epic
Tiny Epic Galaxy.
galaxies. I'm like,
Galaxy.
how the hell? 6 tiny epic galaxies. What are we gonna do with this? So it got me thinking. If everybody has it, I might as well look for games that not everyone has. So find the quirky ones that actually play good. And I can say that I have good collection here. I have uh
One of
I had
each.
I had Kanagawa first, and I got Clint into board gaming because of that one. I got Tricky Tides. I don't know if you guys know about it, but Ron has played that
Yep,
one,
yep. I like
and
that.
that's not really you cannot find it here. You rarely find. I don't know anyone who has Tricky Tides besides me.
I think
and,
so. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and those other games, Shipwreck Arcana, uh, A War of Whispers, Court of the Dead. Those are the games that it's not gonna be the best game since the invention of the wheel or bread or fire, but you can play with it, and to me that's a treasure, and it's a find if something that you took a gamble on, like Kio was saying. Like a few people were not reviewing it, or people who were reviewing it were so obscure board game YouTube channels. But hey, I think we can pull this off. I think that game looks good. I think that game has great mechanics. Let's try, even though it's not hyped up. Let's get it. So ended up getting those games, and I have those games, and I'm happy with them. Like Team Three, I think
Mm-hmm.
was
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
had it. Mind management before, but those games. For me, that becomes a treasure when you find something that's not you don't normally see in board game bags during game night, or you don't normally see in stores. You have it, you play it, and everybody loves it. That's the treasure. That's the rare find. And I could also add the Happy Accident, Demon Worker. I preach about that, and it just so happens to be a happy accident. I had money to spare. I wanted a board game. Walked into a store. Hey, look, no one's touching that. It's been there since forever. Let me try that one for this price. Small game. Let's see. And it was a happy accident. It was one of those
Yep.
very tight worker
Very
placement,
tight.
resource management, economic games. Like, whoa, it's a
No,
small box.
the same for me for Dice Forge. Because
Right. Oh yeah.
I
Before.
walked into a store, saw the game, cool cover, looked at the back, okay, kind of interesting, bought it, opened the
Yeah.
box and see a schematic. Like, wait a minute, what am I looking at? Why is there a schematic? It's like how the
Engineering.
box is stacked, and what are these tiles? And I honestly didn't know it was about a game of
Changing the face. Rattle Bones. It was
changing the
Rattle
face
Bones,
of a
right?
tile. Like,
In the beginning.
what?
And
No. And
also,
suddenly, yeah,
if you
people
can
Suddenly.
say
in,
the
if you can infect people because of that, your obscure rare find treasure, that becomes a treasure game. And like I say, like what I've said before here, I there are some games I sold, and if I had the chance, I'd get it back. Like, uh, forgot that Inn, Bloody Inn. Bloody Inn was one of the games. I
Bloody
was like,
end.
oh crap, why did I sell that? If I can get get it again. But obscure games. But when we play it, it's like, especially with you guys, because we're gamers, we try to deconstruct things, we try to break the game, we try to exploit it, and then you find a very nice game that's not breakable. It's like, oh, this is good. We found a treasure. We found a good one. So that for me will become a treasure or a rare find, especially if you get to infect people and make them frustrated too by not finding that game. Like in Emus and in the Emus board in Emus Bacoor group, Mike will always tell me, andiyan ka na naman, dala mo na naman yung mga weirdo mong games na wala namang ibang makakabili or na.
I remember Mike. I remember Mike. Um, I have automobiles, sort of the bag building game, and
Hmm.
I introduced it to him, and he was like, "Oh, this is really good." And but he's like, but it's out of print. There's nothing available. I'm like, really? I didn't know it was out of print. I'm so sorry.
That's your happy
Uh,
accident.
yeah, and it was such a rare copy too because it was one of those copies that had a missing bag. So
Mm.
it was there's an edition that it was printed that the bags one of the bags would be missing. So, but you could ask the publisher anyway to
Yeah.
for refill.
See, your
But
happy accidents like Mike finding a
mhm,
single copy of All My Goods, Valley of the Kings.
Valley of the Kings.
Mm. Oh, see,
Oh yeah,
hanggang
yeah.
ngayon nahanap pa rin. It's with
Yeah.
Ron, Kay. It's with Ron.
It's with Ron. It's with Ron.
Yeah. Oh, also Harbor. Those small.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
another
I like
thing.
indie games, you know.
I have that.
Indie.
I have this thing where if it's a small box, but you really have a good game with it. Oh, I'm gonna fall in love with that. Harbor, Kanagawa, those small games. Age of Civilizations, like small games, but when you open it, big games, big decision
Pero
making stuff.
pero I think may balancing act lang ng konti yun because eh, for the Tiny Epic series kind of abused the tiny game idea
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit too
I
much.
get what you're saying,
So,
right?
so you're right. Harbor, although Tom Basco doesn't like Harbor, I really
Good,
like
good
how
math game.
compressed, how compressed the game system is. Uh, but yeah, it if it's small, it packs a punch, but it's not
Yeah,
cumbersome.
yeah,
In terms
correct.
of getting to game day. And yun nga, I could be with my small backpack and I could run a game night with
Right.
10 copies of games with me that nobody would know it's in that small bag. Uh,
I give an example, not tooting our own horn, but Folded Wishes was one of those games. Small game, but it crunches your brain like crap. Podinka was that small game too. That's like
yeah.
this is a stupid abstract game. Why the hell is it making my head hurt?
But you like it.
But you like it
But you
specifically
like
for
it.
that game.
Yeah,
And
it's the crunch. Yeah.
what's that game that Simon made that nobody liked because it had funky rules, but we made up our own rules. Those robots that you brought out, Ron, that we will always play with the cat robot.
Gekido.
Gekido, that one too. It's like,
Oh.
Kyo, you should play that, but with our own rules, not the
Yeah,
obscure
because
rules.
the rules that they didn't feel natural. And it kind of messed up the game experience itself. But we love the idea of the game so much that yeah,
Yeah,
it's also something that stays in my collection
yeah, you should try
uh,
that. It's good.
because it yeah that's
I,
gonna
I,
stay there.
al- I also had this game when one of the uh, board game cafes closed. They went on sale. I got this game. I forgot what it's called. It's a small box. It's a ship. It's a pick up and delivery game, but it's a Japanese themed game. Forgot what it's called, but that one is also good. Where you're transporting goods, but it has to be in a certain order because you're trying to fix that. You're trying to maximize that economic part of that game so that you can score more points. What the hell is that
I
game?
this sounds like a game I like, and why have we not played this game?
I had it before.
It's a
And
treasure.
you never shared it on game night.
I did. It was just an effort to do. I look for it. I showed you. But
Okay.
that one's a treasure. What was that game? Oh no, I'm not gonna sleep for crying out loud.
And
Someone
then
help me.
La.
even
Trigger.
during the pandemic, there were some games also, especially because of the whole solo genre really picking up during the pandemic. Um, though the games then that were also quite memorable because they were able to sort of bridge us through. I think those would also stay in our collection. We might not necessarily play them as much because we get to play with uh, people again face to face. But I think those would probably stay. So cool. I think um, in terms of just the even if our collection might be 50 games, 100 games, 200 games, you know that there's this core set of
Yeah.
games that you go, okay, those are staying. Those are the ones where if you move, they're the ones that will move wherever you go. They will move with you. They stay in your collection, and more likely not part with it for quite a long time.
Yeah,
So cool.
I agree.
I
I
hope you
agree.
guys enjoy, finding those gems, finding those treasures, and maybe you can do a retrospective on like what are those games in your collection? What are those that you know? Oh, I'm never getting rid of that because of this and that. And yeah, feel free to share it on the comments below. But again, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for a very active chat, and looking forward for more episodes this year. We
Yay.
are gearing into just getting the place where we're gonna shoot, where we're gonna start to produce something that is a little bit
Watch,
more
watch out.
um, produced. I think it's the best way
More
to say it. Yeah,
produced. Right.
yeah.
Sure.
More curated, and hopefully you guys will like that too. But of course, open game night will be still a regular thing, as much as we could, until we're probably too old to operate
Until we're told that it's
software.
getting sooner than later.
Until my laptop breaks down.
Sooner than
So
later.
Okay, and
until
remember,
next
kids.
time.
Hold on, one more thing. Remember, kids, when you're finding a treasure, don't sell your dignity.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it, man.
No,
It's not
no
worth
matter
it.
how much it is,
No
no
matter
matter how
how,
you think you'll
no
enjoy
matter
it,
how good it
don't
is, just
pack it.
don't, man. Just don't.
All
Hold on
right.
to that. That's the real treasure.
Ah, finally, Traders of Osaka found it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Here,
yeah, yeah.
wait.
Yep. I never got to
How do
play.
you share again? I forgot how to share. Oh no,
Oh, you're getting older
Percent,
than us.
percent,
it's gone.
percent. No, it's
The
percent.
percent. Sorry. Share screen. This one. Can you
And
see
then
it?
add. You have to add it
This one.
there.
There. Add that one.
Yeah.
That one doesn't go good.
We
But
did.
Traders
We
of
did get to
Osaka.
play it.
No. Ah, I should
No.
find this again. It's good.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks everybody.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Stay safe. Enjoy gaming. And until next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.